Welcome back to another wonderful hoof trimming video. In this video you will see that this animal has a pocket in this top foot that is actually retaining a bunch of loose and decaying debris inside, creating an ulcer. This isn't very common because most of the cows we work on are maintenance trimmed at a proper time. But occasionally we get calls for animals that need a little extra help. One thing to take away from this video is the slope in the back of this foot that you can see here. You can tell that she has been rocking on that foot quite a lot in order to alleviate the weight off of that toe. Sometimes it's very minimal to where it's just a matter of needing to trim her up and rebalance the hoof, and other times it is completely unbalanced where she is becoming lame from an object such as the debris in this hoof, or such as a foreign object such as a nail or a screw or something that may be stuffed into the hoof. While we are trimming this hoof, it is important to notice that what I'm doing with the grinder is trying to thin everything around that lesion, because it makes the knife work quite a lot easier if the hoof is not real thick. Also, a thing you can tell about this cow is all that kind of pithy looking sole that's in the bottom of her foot is completely dehydrated, which in turn makes it very, very hard and extremely hard to be cutting through with the hoof knife. Now that we have that cleaned out, let's try to spray this hole out to see if we can get some of the debris to either A, loosen up, or B, come out on its own. As you can see, a lot of the manure has come out with the spray, but after opening it up just a little more, you'll be able to see some of the larger chunks of hay, and I believe the next piece is a stick that I pull out right about here. And that is a complete sign of exactly what's wrong with this animal, that she had created a hole and in turn kept punching hay and straw and bedding and this stick inside there, causing her to become lame. I intend to expect some sort of ulcer or some sort of damage through the corium, because that would in turn be the exact reason she would limp. Every time she would take a step, she would push that stick or that piece of straw onto that lesion until it got painful enough to where she actually rocked back on that foot to take the weight off the front of her toe. So now we're going to trim her up as good as we can and put a block on her, and then find out just what all is left under there. Fortunately, this bottom toe is healthy enough to have the block put on without causing any damage. Now we're going to get to the knife work, to where we're able to open up this lesion to see just where that hay and that stick was poking. As you can see, it's starting to get a little raw on the inside of that lesion, and this hole must be carved out to where it ends. As you can see right there, that is the ulcer itself, where it has been continuously poked and creating the lameness that you would imagine that would cause. Now what we'll do is we'll make sure that nothing else can get next to that ulcer, and then once we have that done, we will clean it out. And as you can see, once there's nothing poking at it, it is not that bad, but it is in a very bad spot in the hoof to create pain. This animal does not flinch very much for the simple reason that I don't know if she knows, but she's definitely going to realize that after the salicylic acid takes effect, she will feel much better and be on her way.